the missing, I think, what I think about it, I'll get there in a minute.
Get there, get there, mate.
Is that when it first started and we had this conversation between the three of us that we sort of likened it to Broadchurch, I think, and I
Back
think
in the
now,
day when Gary would watch
yeah,
television.
now I'm complete. I think it's completely sort of changed from that. I mean, it has got that element, obviously, with the boy and the parents sort of out of their minds and stuff like that with worry. But you've also got this sort of the storyline now where he's basically a murderer. He's killed Ken Stott's character,
That was great, wasn't it?
that was great, wasn't it? That fifth episode blew me away with the reveal at the end as well that Ken Stott's wife was in a nursing home, and I didn't see that. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't see that coming at all, and it was so unlike anything I've seen
Yeah.
on TV for a long time.
Just
That
the reveal.
moment of realization where all of us in the room, my parents and that, we all went, "Oh my god!" So none of this was. Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible. And to have that thought process to do that, and to to risk some people perhaps not getting on board with that either, was
Yeah.
just fantastic.
I really liked I really like the fact that they've got all these characters that they can play with as well. That they don't. I think is it in that sixth episode where the journalist wasn't in it at all? The fifth episode, sorry. I don't think he's in. Malik
he wasn't in
Suri
it.
is not
I
in
mean,
it at all.
if I had to pick a least favourite character, it would be him.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is it does take I mean, this is gonna make me sound dim as ditch water, but if you've heard the podcast before, that won't be a massive shock. It does take a lot of concentration. It's not one you can. I mean, even Broadchurch, you could sort of miss bits and not worry.
I totally agree. What got me frustrated was there was an article on the Radio Times website. I don't know if you saw it, about how people were complaining on Twitter that they just didn't understand it, and it's just like, well, get off Twitter and watch the program.
If you're typing what the hell was that all about, you won't have understood
I mean, I watch it obviously making notes because I have to write a review about it. Last night I just watched it. I'll come back to it probably to make my notes, but I just watched it, and you just get a lot more from something if you're just concentrating on it throughout that hour.
I don't know why. I mean, it's not the sort of show that during it you should be interacting unless you're like I am in the room with the other people that are watching it and go, "Oh, that was a nice surprise." But don't go out into. It annoys me, this Twitter sphere. I mean, at least in Broadchurch when people did it, it was ITV, so you had the ad breaks to chat, didn't you? And do your bits.
What I like about this as well is the fact that the storytelling is very different. They're not. It's a case of show us, don't tell us sort of thing that they're employing in this, and I like that.
Sometimes you might not understand it because you're not supposed to yet.
No.
It's they haven't told you that part of the story.
I mean, there's a reveal at the end of number 7, which really got me because someone under one of my reviews had sort of called the person's involvement in the disappearance in like Ep 2, and it's one of the peripheral characters as well. Not to give us anything away, it's sort of an interesting thing.
Do you think that this I mean, for me, Happy Valley is still faultless, but this can't be far behind, can
No,
it?
because you started off not really enjoying it, didn't you? As well, it took you a while to get into it.
I would say by the end of Ep 4, I understood what it was and I appreciated it for what it was.
Because were you viewing it as almost like another Broadchurch at first, and it took you a while to get your head around it? It wasn't.
I suppose we're in that mindset now.
Yeah.
But I didn't like
beast.
the toing and froing, and it took me a while to get used to that and to get used to the way the story was told. Now I think you just appreciate it for what it is. I just hope, as we say with all these things, that the ending is
interesting, because I think now the last ep is just going to basically be in the present. They've wrapped up all of the flashbacks. Interestingly, Ep 7 has a flashback to 2009.
That's going to get complicated, isn't it, for people? They don't know what year they're in at the best of times.
I really like it, and I think it's quite a daring drama at times. It's quite bold.
Ken Stott was a massive draw, and I'm a bit upset that he's gone.
Yeah.
Because that means no
But
more
I think
of
the
those
character
sort of
as well
tense scenes.
was a really interesting character for him to play. It was just like,
And also, you have to I
and
have to keep reminding myself when they're doing all these paedophile-based storylines. This is 9 o'clock Tuesday night,
yeah,
BBC One. I'm
exactly.
sure a few years ago this wouldn't have
Mm.
been on. I'm sure of that.
It's just
That's
really,
the
they
missing.
are sort of pushing the envelope with these sort of characters, aren't they? These, like, as you say, paedophiles, basically.
We said before how you think, and I don't have an awful lot of experience. You think it's the closest the
Yeah,
UK's got to a
I
Nordic
think so.
noir.
Because Nordic noirs do have all these they all have these pieces that come together as the drama goes on, and I think that's what they've done here. And they've got, as well, I have to, the French, is it Chicharito? I know we say this every time. I think he's fantastic as the detective, as Julian. I loved him in that scene where he was rehabbing that girl. You know,
That was a great scene.
yeah,
I do hope with all the stuff with the girl and that it doesn't sort of tie itself in knots. But you're saying it doesn't.
well,
seem
there's
to start that
something
way
in
yet.
Ep 6 that sort of ties itself to Julian's daughter being a drug addict and the revelations about Ian Garrett and things like that, and that's all really well done. It's sort of, he makes a decision in Ep 6 based on his past with his daughter and things like that. And I just think it's really well acted, really well written, and I think I like a drama that makes you work for the story. In this day and age, we are so used to being spoon-fed certain writers, but it's nice to watch a drama like this.